Deep in the heart of Alaska's rugged wilderness, where the forests whisper ancient secrets and rivers run wild, a chilling legend persists. It's said to mimic the voice of a loved one, luring unsuspecting travelers to their doom. Known as the Kushtaka, this shape-shifting creature blends the innocence of an otter with the cunning of a predator. Tonight, we dive into the haunting tales, unexplainable encounters, and the mystery surrounding Alaska's shape-shifting otter men. In the remote reaches of southeastern Alaska, the Tlingit people have shared stories of the Kushtaka for generations. This cryptid, often described as a human-otter hybrid, is deeply woven into the cultural fabric of the region. Its name roughly translates to land otter man, reflecting its ability to shift between human and animal forms. The Kushtaka's legend stems not just from curiosity, but from a mix of reverence and fear. Unlike typical predators, the Kushtaka isn't feared for its physical prowess alone. According to the law, it uses psychological tactics, such as imitating human voices, to disorient and trap its victims. These mimicry abilities are so convincing that even the most cautious travelers have reportedly been deceived. Some say the Kushtaka is a guardian of the wilderness, while others view it as a sinister force. The origins of the Kushtaka's legend are deeply tied to the Tlingit's respect for nature and the unknown. In their stories, the Kushtaka often appears as a warning to those who disrespect the natural balance. Some versions suggest it saves lost travelers but warn that this act might lead to a spiritual transformation. This duality underscores the creature's complex nature. While rooted in Tlingit culture, the Kushtaka has crossed into broader Alaskan lore, capturing the imaginations of locals and adventurers alike. The legend thrives in the vast, untamed wilderness, where survival depends on heeding nature's warnings. Its dual nature, as both savior and predator, makes it one of the most fascinating cryptids to explore. But where does the line between myth and reality blur? The Kushtaka's stories are as diverse as the Alaskan wilderness it inhabits. In some tales, the creature is a malicious trickster, luring travelers away from safety with eerie, familiar calls. It leads them deeper into the wilderness, only to strike when they are completely vulnerable. Other accounts describe it as a benevolent spirit, guiding the lost back to civilization, but always at a cost. Tlingit stories describe the Kushtaka as masters of transformation, capable of assuming human, otter, or even other animal forms. This ability to adapt makes it a symbol of survival in Alaska's harsh climate. However, its power is not without danger. Those who encounter the Kushtaka risk being forever changed, whether mentally or spiritually. The Kushtaka's mimicry is one of its most chilling traits. The creature can imitate voices, often of loved ones, to lure its prey into isolation. This ability has sparked theories that the Kushtaka represents the psychological perils of Alaska's wilderness, where loneliness and fear can lead to hallucinations. Despite its cryptic nature, the Kushtaka shares traits with otters, animals known for their intelligence and social behaviors. Yet, the creature's darker elements remind us of the blurred line between survival and predation. These dualities make the Kushtaka an enduring enigma, neither fully explained nor entirely dismissed. Modern encounters with the Kushtaka are rare but deeply unsettling. Fishermen have reported seeing humanoid figures swimming alongside their boats, vanishing when approached. In one account, a traveler claimed to hear their name called from the woods, only to find no one there. These stories echo the Tlingit warnings about trusting what you hear in the wilderness. In recent years, some enthusiasts and adventurers have ventured into the Alaskan wilds in search of the Kushtaka. While solid evidence remains elusive, there are reports of strange sounds resembling human voices and eerie sensations of being watched. These accounts, though anecdotal, fuel the legend's persistence. Physical evidence is scarce, and most findings, like claw marks or footprints, are attributed to wildlife like otters or bears. However, believers argue that these markings often align suspiciously well with Kushtaka legends. This connection keeps the question of the cryptid's existence alive, even among skeptics. Whether seen, heard, or felt, the presence of the Kushtaka leaves an indelible impression on those who encounter it. These experiences blur the line between legend and reality, forcing us to question what truly lurks in Alaska's wilderness. Is the Kushtaka merely a story, or is it something that still watches from the shadows? Scientists and skeptics offer various explanations for the Kushtaka phenomenon. Some suggest that the sightings and sounds attributed to the creature are misidentified wildlife. Otters, with their playful yet mysterious behaviors, could be the source of many legends. However, this does not explain the more supernatural elements of the stories. Psychological theories propose that the Kushtaka symbolizes the mental challenges of living in remote areas. Isolation, fear, and the vastness of the wilderness can create vivid imaginations. These conditions might lead people to believe they've seen or heard something that isn't there. But this explanation leaves much unexplained. Some cryptid enthusiasts link the Kushtaka to broader phenomena, such as shapeshifters or interdimensional beings. They argue that the creature's abilities defy natural explanations. Could the Kushtaka be part of a larger mystery about Earth's unexplored realms? Whether seen as a cultural symbol or a cryptid, the Kushtaka challenges our understanding of the natural world. Its legend endures because it speaks to universal fears and fascinations. The line between myth and reality becomes thinner in the presence of the unknown. Perhaps that's why the Kushtaka remains one of Alaska's greatest mysteries. For the Tlingit people, the Kushtaka is more than just a creature of the wild. It's a reminder of respect for nature and its dangers. The stories serve as warnings for those who venture into Alaska's unforgiving landscapes. Ignoring these warnings could mean facing the consequences of overconfidence or disrespect. Totems and carvings in Tlingit culture often feature otters, symbolizing transformation and adaptability. The Kushtaka, as a shapeshifter, embodies these qualities but also serves as a cautionary tale. Its duality reflects the balance between survival and the risks of venturing too far into the unknown. This balance is at the core of many indigenous legends. Even outside Tlingit culture, the Kushtaka's story resonates with those who explore Alaska's wilderness. It's a tale that warns against arrogance and the perils of isolation. While skeptics may dismiss it as folklore, the lessons it imparts remain relevant to all who seek adventure. The Kushtaka's legend transcends culture, becoming a universal symbol of the unknown. Whether a cautionary tale or a cryptid, the Kushtaka invites us to confront the mysteries of nature. It reminds us that some stories exist to protect, while others challenge us to look deeper. In the end, the Kushtaka remains a creature of shadows, bridging the gap between myth and reality. Perhaps that's where it belongs. As we've explored, the Kushtaka is far more than a simple cryptid. It's a gateway to understanding the interplay of culture, fear, and the wilderness. Its stories challenge us to question what we believe about the natural world. Whether it's a trickster, protector, or predator, the Kushtaka embodies the unknown, a force we cannot fully understand but cannot entirely dismiss. Its legend lives on, whispering through Alaska's forests and streams. So, next time you find yourself alone in the wilderness, listen carefully to the voices around you. Are they friend or foe, human or something else entirely? With the Kushtaka, you may never know until it's too late. Thank you for joining us on this journey into one of Alaska's most enduring mysteries. Until next time, stay curious and stay vigilant.